When my ex-fiancée invited me to her wedding, I laughed out loud at the audacity of the universe. It had been 3 years since she left, 2 years since I stopped checking her Instagram, and 1 year since I finally deleted our playlist. The invitation was handwritten, polite, and confusing. "I'd love for you to come. You mattered to my story." That line twisted. Something in my chest, nostalgia, gratitude, a pang of what once was. I wasn't planning to go, but curiosity is a reckless friend. On the day, I drove to the small lakeside venue, telling myself I'd just park, look once, and leave. Closure, I said, like it was something you could buy at the reception. The road wound through trees that caught the sun in patches, shadows like memory playing across the asphalt. My hands gripped the wheel too tight, as if holding it could keep me from unspooling. The parking lot was full of people dressed like hope, bridesmaids in flowing colors, friends laughing too loudly, couples leaning into each other. Through the trees, I saw her in white hair pinned up, laughter catching in the wind like a melody I used to know. The groom was tall, gentle-looking, the kind of man who probably doesn't raise his voice unless it's for a toast. They fit. The realization was both cruel and kind. I felt pride in witnessing it, as if love had expanded beyond just us. I sat in my car, engine off, and let memory play its highlight reel. The fights, the long nights of almost fixing things, the quiet mornings when we said nothing but knew everything. The final conversation where she said, "You're everything good, but I'm tired of waiting for you to believe it." I hadn't understood then. I do now. You can't build a home with someone who keeps leaving the front door open to doubt. The ceremony music started. I couldn't hear the vows, just the rise and fall of joy. For a moment, I considered leaving, but I stayed not out of masochism, but respect. For her, for the version of me who once thought love meant possession instead of presence. I watched the way her smile reached her eyes, how the groom's hand hovered near hers. I felt nothing sharp, nothing bitter, only a quiet understanding that some endings are lessons, not punishments. When the guests cheered, I smiled. My hand found the small envelope I'd written days before her name on the front. Nothing inside but a single Polaroid from when we were young and foolish. Believing forever was a decision, not a discipline. On the back, "Thank you for teaching me what love asks for." I left the envelope on the windshield of her maid of honor's car. No drama, no grand speech, just a quiet exit. I paused by the lake shimmering in late afternoon light. Reflections danced on the water, and I thought of every memory I'd held onto, each a small wave in the current of life. On the drive home, the sunset smeared gold across the highway. I didn't feel empty. I felt finished. That night, I made dinner for myself, pasta, wine, the same playlist. That used to hurt, but now just sounded like music again. I toasted the air. "To what was," I said. Softer. To what's next. I lingered in the quiet, the way you do when a chapter closes without fanfare, but with grace. 2 months later, she sent a photo, the Polaroid framed on her desk. A short message. "You were right. Thank you too." No signature, none needed. Sometimes closure doesn't knock. It parks outside, watches from a distance, and drives away with peace in the passenger seat. Some endings aren't losses. They're the moment you realize the story's been told well enough to let it end.